Come with my family and I as we travel to Hawaii today for a 9-day adventure that we have been hanging out for such a long time now. So tonight we're travelling as 5, my dad, my mum, myself, Kiki and Marcus, and we're heading over to Honolulu to meet my auntie Jan. Dad and I went for a bit of a walk and took a photo at the sign together. And then mum gave us a call and said, quick, get back here, we're lining up. So we raced back and checked in. Then following that, we stopped off for a bit of a Burger King experience and then headed in through all of the gates to this duty-free section. And I tell you what, I wanted to have a look around and do a little bit of shopping, but I guess time was on my side because I didn't spend any money because we ran out of time. We did have a quick stop in at the Apple store just to have a look at what they had, but, I would have liked to have had a look at some perfumes, but we were just running so late by this time. We only had about half an hour to make it to our departure gate, but it was a really long way away, so we had to make sure that we were on the move the whole time.
So we've just come through to duty free and it was bloody stressful getting through that section where you have to put all your stuff in, For one, I had brought some pouches of Kiki's and they were over 100 mils, so I was freaking out that they were going to take them off me. But they were really kind. They were just like, how old is she? I said 3. They're like, okay, take them through. So it was good. I thought she would be too old to have them now, but I forgot to put them in our suitcase. And then one lady, I know she was trying to do the right thing. Like, she tried to let me get through with the pram, but I was with the whole family, so 5 of us, plus 2 others, because my sister-in-law is here tonight as well, going to a different destination. Where are you? Are you at the airport? Yes, you are. We were like 7 of us trying to come through and they didn't want to let anyone else through, just me with the pram. So I was like, we can walk the long way. We just want to stay together. And I got the shits of a lady and she got the shits at me. And anyway, we're through now, but it was like one of those moments where you're just like, Urgh. Oh my God, it's just me.
Then Kiki found this little kangaroo, or big kangaroo. We decided to take some happy snaps and then we followed everybody else back again on the way to find the gate. But this thing was so cute, honestly. I was checking out all of these really expensive stores, which of course I cannot afford to buy anything from. My gosh, there was a watch there for like $68,000. I was thinking, seriously, who would walk around with that on their arm? But I guess there's people that do it, right? Or they wouldn't be able to sell them. Anyway, off went Kiki on her little bag. And I tell you what, this is one of the best little purchases that we have ever made. I got it on catch.com.au years ago and she's still using it. There's mum and dad going on the little travelator thing, or whatever you call those flat escalators. And here we all were sitting in the plane ready for takeoff on our way to Hawaii. We had a few issues with the seats because I thought we had booked a row of 3 and we ended up with a row of 4. But thankfully, Marcus, is a pretty great guy and didn't get upset when a lady was sitting beside him. So anyway, got away with that one. That's how long it was going to take us to get to Hawaii. And these are some of the toys that I did have to open up for Kiki before the flight had even taken off. But anyway, she only opened those ones. Then we arrived in Honolulu and this is the place we're staying at. I quite like that artwork. But here it is. We've got 2 double beds. Mum and Dad got the king bedroom room. That's fine by us. So this is our little balcony outside as well. I must admit I'm a bit petrified of Kiana being out here. So I do have it locked at all times whenever, we are not out there. But obviously we'll be with her whenever we go out there. So it's all good. That is our little beach view that you could see. And this is our little kitchenette. It's quite a basic room, but it's good enough for us and it was within our budget, so I think that's a good thing always. There I am. That's our little bathroom. You do have to kind of, when you're my size, maneuver yourself a little bit around the toilet, but that's all right. Shower, the water pressure works well. When we did get here, they were doing some waterworks, so when I first tried to get in, all we had was cold water and I freaked out. But they have got that sorted now and it was beautiful hot water when I had my shower tonight. And the pressure is fantastic, which is great because I can't stand a soggy shower, like a boring one. Anyway, they are doing works here, which we didn't know about. So as you can see on the floor, there's a bit of like cardboard that's laid out all over all of the carpets everywhere. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Here we are. We're going down the hallway and we're right down there. So that's it for now and I'll see you in the next one.
Se cock-a-doodle-doo.
Mommy, you're back. Bye-bye.
I didn't bring my bird book with me. You're both beautiful.
Arara, arara.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
How you going, everyone? You good?
Right there. The ship and the slide.
Oh, yes. There's also
Hi, Dad.
All right.
How's your day going, Dad?
Absolutely. Bloody terrific.
$32. ¿Cuánto es?
Americanos.
¿Y cuánto es en real?
R$180. 30 vezes 6. Bonita ela.
A thing called Magnum. And it had Burt Reynolds in it. Right. And we stayed in the same apartment building. I'm so glad it's still here. There's a pink. So Kiki loves mac and cheese, but we don't really have any bowls. So I think I'm going to need to get like this one because then we can make it in the bowl. So perhaps this should not be sold when you buy drinks that have water on the outside of them from being cold. Oh dear. Welcome to Hawaii. Well, as you guys know, we are in Hawaii at the moment, and last night we were supposed to be going to watch some fireworks because at the Hawaiian village they have these beautiful fireworks on a Friday night, or so we'd heard. And so we decided to go out to dinner with all the family and then head to the fireworks. Problem was we hadn't quite finished dinner when the fireworks took off, and of course Kiki wanted to see the fireworks. So here are the fireworks from the view of Marcus and Kiki, because I stayed with Mum and Dad at the restaurant with my Auntie Jan, so I missed the whole lot. But anyway, we get to see it through his eyes, so here they are. Bye. So I hope you like seeing them through the eyes of Kiki and Marcos. Bye for now. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Hey there. Well, the conversion is killing us, I got to admit
But
it.
I was going to, we are going to the beach today.
That's a free excursion.
But look at my swimmers.
Oh wow, great swimmers. Okay, Mum's going to chat for a bit, all right? Yeah, it is killing us, as you would expect, because it's around 60 cents or lower. So, yeah, unfortunate timing, I guess. But we came here in 2023, and we also thought it was one of the most expensive places we've been to. And we actually said, like, we probably wouldn't come back in a hurry because we love to travel to tropical places. And being that Marcus is from Brazil, you know, we have the opportunity to go to much cheaper tropical places that we think are sort of just as beautiful. But look, it is lovely here and we are really enjoying our trip. But yes, of course, everything is expensive. So we came knowing that that was going to be the case. And thankfully, you know, we've been able to tweak a few things so that we can save some money in certain places. So I'm going to come on and go through like some of the ways we've been saving money while we've been here as well. And I've been saving all my receipts so I can go through like how much things are costing us as well. Because I think that's something that a lot of people are probably wondering. It's expensive. I'm not going to joke about it. We hear sirens all the time as well. No idea what's going on, but yeah, sirens going off all the time. So yeah, I will definitely come back and make some videos.
And we're going to the beach really today.
Yeah, we're going to the beach.
We are going to
Get
the
out of my
beach.
face, kid. Yes, so I'll come back and I'll tell you all about the prices.
Bye,
Bye.
bye, bye.
Bye.
This is a product we don't have in Australia. Whipped butter. Very strange. But we'll give it a go. Come with me as we experience day 3 of Hawaii 2025. Well, today was basically a swimming day. We started out our day at the pool and then in the afternoon we headed to the beach and that was pretty much it for our entire day. I don't have a lot of footage from today because we were pretty much in the water all day long, but we did pass this guy selling hot dogs and I thought that was quite interesting. We spent a lot of time walking as well because we went back and forth from the hotel room to the pool and then the hotel room to the beach, and it felt like we were doing a lot even though we were just in one small vicinity all day long. We went home at 5 p.m, got Kiki showered and then gave her to my mum and my dad to look after for the night, and Marcus and I went out on our first date night in quite some time, in fact since she was born. So we decided to head to this restaurant, Texas de Brazil, and we celebrated Valentine's Day just a couple of months late, but it was a really nice evening. So inside this Texas de Brazil, it is a Brazilian churrascaria. And as you guys have seen before, we really like these types of restaurants. So we came to this one. It was $69.99 US for all you could eat. And they come around to the tables with all the different types of meat. This is the buffet, the salad buffet that you can help yourself to. And there was just so much variety. It was really nice. The service was good. I would highly recommend this if you are coming to Honolulu. All in all, today was a little bit slower paced than the previous 2 days, but probably exactly what we all needed. I was really sick last time we were in Hawaii, so this trip is making up for last time as well. Be sure to follow along if you want to see more to do in Hawaii. Hi guys, well good evening. It is Sunday night here in Hawaii and tonight I'm going to show you what we bought at Walmart. So let's have a look. We spent a total of $47.43. It was thanks to some of you guys that we ended up looking for a Walmart, because prior to that we were buying a lot of our stuff from the ABC store and you guys told me that I should head to Walmart to make a bit of a saving. So let's have a look at how much we saved. Now so far I haven't shown you what we bought at the ABC stores, so we've eaten some of it, but otherwise I might have a think about doing that as well down the track. But today let's have a look at what $47.43 American will get you. I'll put on the screen what it is in Australian dollars. Let's go. Now, before anyone comes at me as well, I want you guys to know I'm not doing keto while we're away. It just hasn't fit with what I wanted to eat. And it hasn't fit with like my lifestyle for while I'm here. So we're just eating like I normally would. These are for Kiki and I'll probably have some. I'm not sure if Marcus will. I don't think they're really his thing. But this is Cheetos Puffs and they were $4.28. So it is, how big's the bag? 226 grams. They're pretty like big, but they're filled with air, yeah? So I'll put on the screen what that is in Australian dollars. I'll put all the prices on the screen in Australian dollars when I can figure it out. All right, so we got those. Then I must admit I wanted these. So we got these chocolate chunk cookies. They kind of look like the Woolies ones. I hope they're as good. So there's 6 big cookies in there and that cost $6.28. They better be good. In Walmart, you can get some souvenir type things and I wanted a little purse. So I grabbed this little one that says Hawaii. It was $4.88 and I think it's so cute. It'll fit my cards in there, which is ultimately what I wanted it for. We went to Pearl Harbor this morning and you're not allowed to take any bags in that aren't see-through. Who has a see-through bag? Seriously. So I needed something to put my money in my pocket and Kiki had a little purse here, but she got upset when she saw me taking it. So I ended up sticking everything inside a tissue bag, like a little tissue pocket.
which didn't really work too well. So I have decided that I wanted to get myself a little souvenir purse that I can just, you know, stick in my pocket and walk around. So we grabbed that one. Next up, I never find my name on anything spelt the way I spell it. And here it was. I know they say Tanya, not Tanya, but there she is. And she's cute. She's like a little, it says Hawaii, Kauai, and then it says Aloha State. So really cute. And that one worked out to be $3.78. Next up, we've only got one bread roll left, so I grabbed a packet of brioche buns, and they were $6.62, so way more expensive than in Australia, because sometimes I get them for $3 from Coles, and these were like the cheapest ones. So I grabbed those. Then I also got a bag of grapes. They look pretty good. They look massive. And I was, I'm going to say, ripped off a bit there because I got confused. I guess it's not a rip off, but I was confused. So the price was $3.97 per pound, but of course I read it thinking kilos, so it ended up costing me $8.46 for the grapes. I guess that just happens when you're out and about. And then we got one thing for Kiki. I'll just show you her quickly. One sec. So the whole reason that we went to Walmart was because I wanted to get the Tony box for Kiki, and unfortunately they didn't have any Tony boxes, and so I'd promised her this present that I wasn't able to give her, so I went back in and I found Poppy. Do you like Poppy, Kiki?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was on clearance for $11, which is a bonus, reduced from $25.
And I like her glasses.
You love her glasses, right? She's so cute. We love this movie. So there you go, Kiki. Take her away.
Mommy.
You're welcome. Okay. So she was $11, which we thought was a pretty big bargain, really. And that worked out in total to be $45.30 plus tax, which then becomes $47.43. So that was it for the shopping. Anyway, let me know what you think of my haul. Mommy. Bye for now. See you the next one. Welcome to Hawaii. This is day 4 of our 2025 trip, and today we were headed out to Pearl Harbor. This was a solemn and really interesting trip. It was Marcos, myself, my dad and my auntie Jan that went out there. My mum stayed back at the hotel with Kiki. This is something we didn't do on our last trip to Hawaii, so we definitely wanted to go out there and see what the museum was like, but also to pay our respects to those that had passed away. If you don't already know, you have to actually get online and buy a ticket for one of the limited 75 spots that are available for each time slot. We didn't know that when we came, but our shuttle driver told us, so we did actually jump online and got lucky. The tickets sold out in less than 3 minutes, which was crazy to me. So this itself is a free museum, but you must have a ticket to be able to get on the boat to go out to the USS Arizona. This is the boat here, so that's what you're actually bidding on. The boat takes less than a minute to take you out to the USS Arizona, and obviously the USS Arizona was only one of the many ships that went down during the Pearl Harbor bombings, but it was, you know, very, very solemn on the way out there, and it was a really interesting experience, and one that I'm really glad that I have been to.
If there are no seats available towards the back. Lastly, if you have not already, please make sure your cell phones are on silent.
Now, there were 1,177 Marines who died on the USS Arizona that day, so this is actually their gravesite as well. So they do give you, you know, lots of instructions to make sure that you're being quiet, that you're really thinking about the reasons you're going out there, and, you know, to pay your respects while you're there as well. It was a really moving experience to see the tribute that they have given to them, this memorial that they have, and also just to hear the stories of the Marines that went down that day. It was not just the USS Arizona that went down. In fact, another nearly 500 people went down on the USS Oklahoma. So the history behind the site is really interesting as well. The names on the walls here of all the people that perished in the USS Arizona, and the ones you can see in the box down the front, are actually the men who died afterwards that wanted to come back to this memorial and be buried here after they died. I don't think there'd be anyone here that wasn't moved by this site. The actual ship is underneath the area where you're standing, so you can see the ship underneath. It's a little tricky to see in the water here, but as I look out the other side of the boat in just a moment, you'll be able to see how long it actually is, and you'll also be able to see some other white markers in the water where some of the other ships went down as well. I guess they're kind of like memorials for those other ships.
And so here you can see right out to the point in line with the white marker is the end of this ship. So I'm trying to, show you here so that you can get some kind of idea of the size of the ship itself, but huge. So this white memorial runs across the top, as you can see in this little map here. And you really only travel out there for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you come back to the mainland again, where there's other memorials such as this one here, where you can walk around and see the other names of the people who passed away on the other ships that went down. You could also pay extra and go on a different tour into a submarine. We didn't do that part. We just did all of the free stuff. And for us, it probably took about 2.5 hours to get through the free stuff. And it was enough. It was long enough for us to be there. So, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, it doesn't have to be an expensive day out. We caught an Uber to and from. It cost about $30 each way. Pause on this bit if you're interested in family history. I found this quite interesting. Anyway, in the afternoon, after we had been to Pearl Harbor, Marcus, Kiki and I headed out to Ala Moana Shopping Centre. We were pretty hungry after the morning, so we decided to just come straight to the food court and grab some lunch. It was pretty much like every food court, but quite interesting with the choices.
Okay, so here we are at Ala Moana Shopping Centre. We're in the food court. Marcus, Kiki and I came here. Looks like there's loads of food we can choose from. So Marcus is going to have brisket and I'm going to have Chinese.
Hello.
And Kiki's having her apple juice right now. She's been out with Tutu all morning. They had ice cream and other things, so we'll see how she goes.
Am I making believe I see you? Are to love me to be really true?
Am I making believe I see you? I'm meant to love me to be really true.
We watched a little bit of the show and then we headed a couple of blocks out of the shopping centre to try and find this Walmart. Now, I was after buying Kiki a Tony box, so I was headed in there on a mission, but I'm going to be honest with you, I found this Walmart quite overwhelming. I thought Kiki might have liked these little lollies, but decided to just leave them there. It was so busy, it was so big, everyone was just in a hurry and kind of like pushing past. We ended up just buying a drink in that little shop on the left and sat in there, and then afterwards we just headed for a walk home.
So we've just left Ala Moana Shopping Centre and we're walking back to our apartment. It's about a 20-minute walk, so see how we go. We've had a great afternoon. Well, my hair's everywhere, but we've had a great afternoon. We came to have lunch at the food court, and then following that, we didn't really look at any shops inside of Ala Moana, but we went to a Walmart close by there because I've decided I want to get Kiki a Tony box, but they didn't have it. So unfortunately, we missed out on that, but we got her a little poppy toy to play with, got some groceries, and we're headed back to the apartment or the hotel room now. So let's go for a bit of a walk. Beautiful here. It's so nice to walk back.
We're back at the hotel now and this is our view, and I tell you what, it's a beautiful view from the bed. Time to relax.
Hey guys, welcome to Hawaii. Well, we're off today. We're going to go to the zoo. So we're just walking across through the park out to Waikiki.
Hello.
Where are we going? The zoo. Yes, we're heading to the zoo. Kiki wants to see a cheetah. Cross your fingers. Gonna head out over there. So we're just walking past Waikiki Beach, and my goodness, the water is so beautiful. I don't think you can see it at this stage because of the bus, but let's see in a second. I don't know if you can see that colour. Oh my goodness, it's incredible. Vamos entrar no zoológico.
Nossa, um bicho que tem aqui.
You gonna go to the petting zoo?
So the entrance here is $21 per adult. Kids under 2 are free, and kids who are over 3 cost $6. But the lady at the gate just charged us for 2 adults, which was really nice. So now we're heading through to see the first animals. So that's how far it is to Taronga Zoo. 5,623 miles. Second furthest from Honolulu, with New Delhi being the furthest. Yeah.
Listen.
Look, it's moving.
Listen, the flamingo.
The birdies, yeah.
Flamingo.
What are we going to go see next?
I don't know.
You tell me how you think you say it.
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus? Okay, let's go see the hippopotamus.
Let's see it right now.
Fica aí. Não, fica aí no meio. Deixa eu tirar a mamãe primeiro. Abre os braços, mamãe. É, mamãe. Tá gravando.
Hey, look at that statue one. Hey, Daddy. I thought that. I love you.
Oh.
Things up there.
Yeah.
He likes getting something.
She does.
It's opening his mouth.
Yeah.
I love you. I love you.
Oh.
I love you.
We thought we were buying ice cream, but we bought something called Dipping Dots. It's just here. We got like a Hawaiian flavored one. It's literally like, I don't know how even to describe it. Kind of, I guess, tastes a bit icy and a bit ice creamy, but tiny little balls on them. Anyway, so we got 2 of those in the water. It cost us 19 American dollars. Oh well, yum, I'll enjoy. Kiki. Okay. So what I really like about this zoo is that it's empty. There's like no one here, which is awesome. You can move around freely and it doesn't feel like you're on top of people. So we get to see all the animals and enjoy them. They're a bit spread out and I can't really follow the map, but that's okay. We just keep walking. Oh, we think we found the hippo sign, which is what we're after. We've been looking for the hippo since we got here. So off we go. So Kiana really wants to see the cat family. She wants to see a cheetah. I don't think there's a cheetah. And she wants to see a lion and a tiger. So fingers crossed we can find one. We did see the hippo. It was behind glass, so I didn't bother filming it. But anyway, we'll have to find the cats. Big cats. This is Marcos's favorite animal.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous, actually. They're kind of a different colour from the ones in Australia. They're more brown.
They're all brown.
So they do actually have a cheetah here, but unfortunately, because it's so hot, the cheetah was nowhere to be seen. So we're now trying the lion, but the lion seems to be the same. It's like none of them want to come out and play on a hot day. So the elephant has been the best so far in my eyes. Oh, and the giraffe. The giraffes were beautiful. The rhino is having a nap. Hi. We were very lucky. Do a roar. Oh look, there's another one at the back, Kiana.
Baby one I saw.
Hello. Hi, Boots. Very good. There's another one, Kiana. That one has a purple collar, like your hat color.
Winston,
Purple.
where's your brother?
Let me say hi to that one. That's Buck.
Yeah, he is Buck.
Come back over here, Kiki. That's Buck, Kiana. Say hi, Buck.
Hi, Buck. I'm petting you. Don't scare me, don't scare me.
He won't scare you. He's very good. Just touch the back, Kiki. Okay, let's go check out Target Hawaii together. We're headed that way. First up, they have a Starbucks. Okay, and then sure enough, they've got kids' clothes. Also cute. I might have to come back to this section. And then, as we mentioned, there are groceries in here. Oh my goodness. Let's go check it out. This is interesting. Kleenex hand towels in this like shaped box. They look like they're $3.19. Cute. Nice patterns. Okay, and the apple juice here, $2.49. So like half the price of the one I got Kiki in the drugstore. And another one, this is very similar to the one we got. In fact, it might even be the same brand, $2.99, the same size. Okay, we specifically came looking for ranch Pringles, but they don't seem to have them, so that's a shame. My niece and nephew want them, and I wouldn't mind getting some for us, but they don't have any. I thought we'd hit the nail on the head with these ones, but these are a different flavour, cheddar and sour cream. So we'll have to keep looking. So you can get everything from rice to pasta. Right down the end, there's like energy drinks. On this side, we've got coffee, all the different types of coffee. In fact, I'd really like to try this at some point. This stuff. I think it's that. Not really sure. I can't see anything to do with hot chocolate, but I did bring hot chocolate with me. Okay, then we've got the mac and cheese from the other day. It's about $2 cheaper than at the other store. So $6.99 for the pack. So they do have lots of things in here in Target. I'm now on my own. I've dumped Kiki with Marcus again. But they do have lots of things in here like we have in ours. Except, I don't know, it just feels different. It feels more like a Kmart. I'm not sure how to describe it. Anyway, we're in the my favourite place. The stationery aisles. I've picked up a t-shirt for Kiki. This one, little ice cream. It's $5. I like to buy things that remind me where we were. I do feel like I'm on a bit of a rushed mission though, because I can't really leave them sitting downstairs for ages because Kiki was starting to get really tired. But I wanted to come in and see what they have. Like, here's the bathroom wares. I don't know. Do I think the prices are good or bad? They're about the same. I don't know. Like, that looks expensive. A Stanley, but it's not a Stanley. So it's whatever was in there. Anyway, I don't need a Stanley, that's for bloody sure. Oh, I love these types of bowls though. They're like a melamine. I've got one. You might remember I have my favourite bowl. It's very similar. It's a different shape. This is nice. It's only 50 cents. Maybe I need a second one. I know we're getting rid of all the stuff from my kitchen, but maybe I could get rid of other stuff. They've even got matching plates. Look. Pretty sure you couldn't put these. Oh, microwave safe. They're really cool. Maybe I just need a couple. Leave that with me, hang on. Okay, they've got 4 colours, grey, green, black or blue. We're going with the blue. I promise I'll throw 12 things away when I get home. They're too good. I've got my one bowl at home that's like an aqua colour and I love it. And you can't just buy 2 because then that's weird. So I've got 4. So I can have people over. It can be picnic wear. Don't tell Marcus. Oh my God, he's going to kill me. Seriously. We've got space. I can do it. Plus, if it doesn't fit in my bag, my parents are here. Come on. Look. So cute. Okay, I seriously have to get out of here. What else have we got? Baby food. Let's check this out. Because as you guys know, I feed these pouches to Kiana still, but they're so bloody expensive here. There's no way she's getting them. N-O spells no, my friend. Okay, yes, they do have a Tony box here. I can't believe it. It's in Target. It's on sale for $99.99. Or they have this one with Stitch. Oh my God, I'm so excited. We're getting the princesses for sure. They even have Miss Rachel. I can't look at that right now. I'm gonna get back on this one. Amazing. Okay, so we're gonna get it for sure. It says they're ages 3 up, only at Target. Well, that's for sure. They didn't have it at Walmart. Okay, and it comes with, sorry, I'm not really focusing, but it comes with the pink Tony box, which is exactly what I wanted for Kiana. And it also comes with 3 of their little toys. So Cinderella, Ariel and Belle. And like those are each $30 each in Australia. The box itself is like $200, so that'll be $290 in Australia, and it's $99 here, so it works out to be about $168. Amazing. I'm so stoked. I'm gonna get it. Do, 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 do. Hey guys, good morning. Well, it's a little bit earlier than normal because I decided to come by and make some breakfast for the fam bam today, because basically we're going on a tour of the island, and so we're up much earlier than normal. So I'm going to use my new bowls and my new plates and my new cups from Target. They were 50 cents each, and I can't wait to take them home to my kitchen. And I'm going to show you what I bought at Target and what else we have here that we're going to have for breakfast this morning. I'm going to make it up on Marcus's bed. That's going to be the eating home for us today. Okay, so the fridge is directly under here. So let's see what we got from Target first of all. So we picked up some stuff called Yo Crunch. This is Yo Crunch. I know it's the morning, but I intend on having a Yogo with some M&M Crunch on top of it. We also picked up these little princess pouches for Kiki. She loves yogurt. And this one is really delicious. So we've got a Tiana one today, and also, who's this? Ariel. Ariel pouch. She has already eaten the Rapunzel and Moana, but I wanted to keep the packets to show you because the packets are so cute, aren't they? Like with the little princesses on them. Anyway, now they can go in the bin. So we've got those two. So the 4 yogurts were $5.89. I'll put on the screen what that is in Australian dollars. And then the Yo Crunch were $4.19. I'll also put that price on the screen. I also grabbed a bottle of water, but I've drunk some out of it obviously, and it was $1.29. So the total of that came to $11.43, and with tax $11.97. And it came from Target because, like I said, when we went into Target yesterday, it had groceries in it, which was amazing, and actually is way better than Walmart. So if you ever come here, go grocery shopping at Target. Okay, from the other day, we've got the green grapes, so I'll put them on the bed too. I think I'll take the chocolate chunk cookies with us today, and they can be like a snack for when we're on the tour. Okay, then I bought some brioche buns the other day too, so we're just going to open them up, and I'm going to make some ham and cheese sandwiches for everybody for brekkie. Okay, Marcus also bought this yogurt the other day, so it's likely he'll drink that. Or perhaps he'll have a mango nectar, which he grabbed last night at just the ABC store. I'm not sure how much the stuff at the ABC store cost because he bought that when I wasn't around. He also got me this Core Power chocolate shake, and it was, from memory the other day, like $6. So then to go on the sandwiches, we've got the whipped butter, which some of you asked what's in it. So it's pasteurized sweet cream from milk. Sea salt, contains milk. That's all it says it's got in it. So we've got that one. And then we've got this American cheese, which is really good. And some uncured honey hams. All right, so I'll make these up and then we'll be done. So there's the bread rolls that I've made. There's one for Kiki here that has nothing in it because she likes it that way. So these ones are ham and cheese. Yum. We'll also add these cashews that we bought. And there it is. This is our bed picnic for breakfast this morning before we leave. Looks pretty good if you ask me. That's a very sad discovery. It's not a Yogo. It's vanilla yogurt. Bummer. I just wanted to keep going. You want want a donut, Kiki? You want a donut, Addie Jan? You want a donut, Marquito? Mama? Yeah. You want a donut, Daddy?
No, 2.
2.
You want a donut, Tanya?
Oh, yeah. There's serviettes just here.
Yeah, I've got one here. Thank you, Martha. Cinnamon.
Okay, you can eat it now, Kiki. Let's take a small piece.
Oh my goodness, babe. It's rolling around. If you want to take a photo of it, you better hurry. Otherwise, our donuts will be gone.
Yeah, do you have to flip the sock?
Micah says his diet just went out the window.
Mike, either. Flip the sock.
Where is the phone?
You want a photo?
You should be telling me if it's your show.
Okay, remember on the picture, the beach is sandy beach, okay?
Ah,
Say something.
This is sandy
What
beach.
color is her dress, Tiana?
great. Thank you.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the Makapu lookout. This is Makapu lookout. Makapu.
This reminds me of something, but I think the matter with
My goodness, this is the color of the water is incredible.
The picture here, it looks really good.
Everyone, this is my ponytail.
Oh, dear me. Show.
Look at the color of the sand. It's like white. Yeah, I got it on video. So today we're doing a tour of the island, and this is about our 4th or 5th stop. The car's a little difficult to get into, but we're having a wonderful time. So we're just coming to a lookout. Kiana's running around, as you can see, having a brilliant time. So let's go and see what this lookout's all about, because we were told by an Uber driver the other day, don't let them take you on the tour without stopping at this lookout. This is called the Pali Lookout. So let's go and see. Wow. How beautiful. Must be up here. Oh wow, look at those mountains there.
Yes, aren't they
Oh, it's
stunning?
beautiful.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, really? Here we're going to see the Pipeline Beach. Marcus and I have come, wow, so just look at the colour of that water. Incredible.
Huge.
Please hold on. Bus is departing.
Okay, that's the last one. Hey guys, well, good evening. We spent the day at Ala Moana Shopping Centre today, so I'm going to show you my haul. First up, we went into like a really nice shop that was selling all wooden clocks and displays and things from here, and they were gorgeous, and I did want to buy something, but you never know with wood, trying to take it into Australia, so we didn't end up getting it. But the lady in the shop was so nice. She gave Kiana all of these beautiful free drawing papers. So she's got like a whole heap of like Hawaiian prints that she can do some colouring in with. So sweet of her to do that. So we've got that to add to Kiana's little drawing collection. So that was great. Then Marcus and I, well, we all actually went into a shoe store. It was called Famous Footwear. Marcus got some really nice dress shoes. Just one second, Kiana's calling me. Sorry, Marcus got these really nice dress shoes. We left all the boxes at the store so we wouldn't have to, you know, carry them around. They're like this. I would call these boat shoes, but they are so lovely. I'll tell you the price on those. They are Dr. Scholl's. I think that's what it's called, Dr. Scholl's shoes. And they were it looks like $89.99 down to $59.99, so they were reduced. And then I got my first pair of high heels in, oh, well, as long as we've been together, 6 years. They're these ones here. They've just got a small heel. They are Life Stride. They are super comfy. This is like a similar material, I think, to like the plasticky ones I wear in my Mox shoes all the time. It's quite soft and cushy here because I have like a bad foot, so but they look quite nice on my foot, and I think they'll be really nice to like wear out. I'm really stoked with them. They're not a big heel, so it's not going to hurt. They were just so comfy when I put them on. So I've got a new pair of black sandals, and those were actually 50% off because we were buying 2 pairs. So it looks like they were like $84.95, sorry, $84.99 that was reduced to like $54.99, and then that was halved, so it was $27.50 for my shoes. So brilliant. I'll put on the screen how much that was in Australian dollars, but in total it cost, including the tax, $92.60 for the 2 pairs of shoes. So that was from Famous Footwear. Very happy. Okay, next up today, Mum gave me a pair of tights that she bought at Best and Less for Kiana before we came. They're just pink and they've got like a little tulip there. It was actually paid $5 for them, and Kiana can do with another pair of tights while we're here. So brilliant that Mum brought them with her. Okay, then Mum also grabbed her this Aloha t-shirt. I think she might have got it from like an ABC store or something like that. She got all the grandkids ones, including Kiki. So that is a size 4, which is brilliant. That will fit her. And as I say, I packed a lot of clothes for Kiki, or at least I thought I did, but the reality is that I could have brought more because she has gone through almost all her clothes. So thank goodness that we only have, you know, tomorrow, and then we fly home on Friday. All right, next up, I did a little bit of clothing shopping for myself. I found these really beautiful bright pants, and I wanted some like Hawaiian type pants. They're just gorgeous, and I know I'll wear them if we end up going to Brazil. I'll wear them at home. So these ones are like this, and there's actually a toucan on one of the legs. I can't see where the toucan is now, but when I put them on, there it is. When I put them on, you could see it. I loved it. So these are an extra large, and they were, where's the price? They were $12.99. So I'm really happy about that. And then to go with them, I got this pretty top. It's got like this nice sleeve to it. It's like a cap sleeve, and it is a ribbed material. So it's nice. I don't know if you can see that, but it's nice and stretchy. It's beautiful. I love it. And it was $12.99 also. So that is really like a full set for me. So top, pants, and some shoes. Brilliant. I also love these pants, and these pants I may even love more than the first pair. They are exactly the same type of material. I don't really know how to describe it. I don't think you can really see it, but it's also kind of like, I guess, a light, I wouldn't say crepe, I want to say rayon. It does say it's a swimmer cover up, but I'm going to wear them as pants. But to be honest, they're like this, the pants. I just think they're gorgeous. I love these colors together. And I had a green top on today. I don't have it here, but I had a green top on that looked fine with it. I've also got a green top at home I wear to work, which is kind of similar to this material. I think it's going to look good with it. So second pair of pants for $12.99. So all of this came from Ross, so thank you, Meryl, for the tip, because you told me Wednesday was restock day, so we went and we found some bargains, so thank you so much. That was awesome. So all up, I spent $40.80. I'll put that on the screen. Anyway, so there it is, my little Ross receipt, my little stash, my new shoes. I'm stoked. That's all. I'm not doing any more shopping. That's it. The only things we're probably going to buy now are cocktails and food. Anyway, we plan to do a bit of beaching tomorrow, so I don't know how much recording I'll do. We'll go to the beach, we'll go to the pool, we'll have some cocktails, we'll have some nice meals out, and then it will be almost time to pack up our stuff and head home again. This trip has flown by, but I will tell you that it has been one of the best trips that I've ever been on. We've had so much fun. It's been great to spend time with my parents. Great to see my auntie here as well with us. We've had a great time together. Everything has just been great. Great, 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 great. Bye for now. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, we're on our way to find ranch flavoured Pringles. They're impossible to find, but my brother tells us, he sent a map yesterday to say you can find them at one of the ABC stores right near our apartment. So we're headed there now. Let's have a look. Ranch.
Okay.
Oh, there they are, right there.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Ranch. Woohoo!
un piquillo enorme. Tiene tres, man.
Looks like we're taking the last 3. My mum got some before. She got 4, I think, so woohoo, they're gone. Oh, look, who knew? I could have been drinking good wine the whole time.
Well, this is day 8 of Hawaii 2025, and it's our last day, and of course the angels were crying, so it is raining. We were at the Hawaiian Hilton, and it was bucketing down, and we just had to like stand there and wait, or we were going to get drenched. We had literally just come away from drinking cocktails and swimming in the pool. But as this was supposed to be our beach day, it was a bit unfortunate about the weather. Nonetheless, we headed back to the pool again in the afternoon, and Marcus, Kiana and I had a little swim while my mum, my dad and my auntie sat around the pool watching us and drinking champagne. This was honestly such a great time for me to be able to spend some time with my family. It was just superb. We had an early dinner across at Fresco's, which is an Italian restaurant. It kind of became our second home, and we ate there quite a lot. It wasn't the cheapest, it also wasn't the most expensive, but the food was always great. So if you are in the area, head across to the Hawaiian Hilton and go to Fresco's. This is us on the plane coming home. We sat in the middle while my parents were on the window seats, and we did some reading here as Kiki was just doing, and Marcus was playing her game at the same time. I of course was just filming and doing stuff on my phone, but I tell you what, I watched 2 great series on the way home, and I was so excited by it. I pretty much watched movies the entire time, which meant that when I got home I was able to sleep really well through the night. Having mum and dad there was a great help, because they did have Kiki with them for a little bit. Oh my gosh, I asked my mum here if she could film out the window because it was beautiful, there was water, and it took forever for me to explain to her how to hold the camera, and I was getting the dirts and so was she. She was like, what am I trying to do? Anyway, she got it in the end, but the water was already gone, so that's unfortunate. But anyway, we'll survive it. She tried to film the runway here, I think, guys, but we pretty much only got the wing. Love you, Mum. No, but all jokes aside, Mum and Dad helped so much on the flights with Kiki. Here they were holding her.
Hello, thanks for the question. We actually stayed at a place called Aqua Palms Waikiki. It's directly across the road from the Hawaiian Hilton, if you know where that is. It's at the Ala Moana end of Waikiki. We'd previously stayed at the Hawaiian Hilton, and we knew we wanted to stay in that area, but it was just totally out of our price range this time around. And across the road there were 2 options. So there was the Aqua Palms Waikiki and the Ramada. They're right next to each other. I think the reason we chose the Aqua Palms in the end was just because it seemed to have some better deals online. I think it was a little bit more expensive, but like when I say that, it was like $50 in total more expensive. Like it was really nothing in it. The Ramada seemed to be further back from the road. Maybe that's beneficial, but to be honest, in the Aqua Palms you couldn't hear anything anyway. We knew that we wanted to be near the Hawaiian Hilton because you can go into the Hawaiian Hilton whether you are there as a tourist or not, and use their like shops and their restaurants and stuff like that. And we really liked it. So we often ate, pretty much every day we ate at the Hawaiian Hilton anyway, at a place called Fresco's. Yeah, there's like shopping in there as well. So you can go and use like their ABC stores and purchase things like pearl shops, and I don't know, there's all sorts of stuff there. So yeah, you can use their bars and their restaurants and all that sort of stuff. So we knew that already. So the Hawaiian Hilton Village, if you don't know, is like a series of different hotels. Like they're all in the one chain, but there's like multiple buildings. Like I would go so far as saying like well over 5 or 6 buildings in the complex, and then linking all of those buildings are like restaurants, bars, shops, tour agencies, and then there's like gardens, and there's just so much stuff in there. So like it's really big. There's also like a public beach that they got back onto. So like the public can walk there from Waikiki and use the beach and use the lagoon section. At the lagoon section, they have like, what do you call them? Like stand-on boards and those pedal boats and things like that. Paddle, I don't know, those boat things. Yeah, like I was really embarrassed because I wanted to go and have a cocktail there. And I was like, oh my God, I don't think we can. There's signs up everywhere that say like guests only and what have you. And I was like, Mum, we can't like just walk in there and pretend we're guests. I was really embarrassed. And so my mum just went up to the bar and she was like, hey, we're just walking in from the beach. Is it okay for us to purchase stuff here? The lady was like, yeah, absolutely. There's no problem. So you just have to sit at the table. So you're not able to like purchase from them and then take it out onto the beach, obviously, because it's a public area. But you can walk in from outside, sit down at the bars, purchase the drinks. They were bloody expensive. So I actually brought the receipt back from that place because I wanted to tell you guys about it. So let me go get it. Hang on. So yeah, just before I read out the prices, like if you guys didn't know, I went in 2023 with my family. So with my mum, my dad, my brother and his family, and our family, obviously. And we had some issues with our flights and stuff, which is one of the reasons that we went again now, because they gave us vouchers. The vouchers were like $400 per person. So it sort of brought the price down to be half the amount that it normally is to travel to Hawaii from Australia. So that's why we went, but we weren't really planning that kind of trip. It came to the end of the voucher. The voucher was going to expire. So we were like, crap, let's go. And we went. But like, it wasn't like we had money aside the way we were saying to ourselves, let's go on a Hawaii trip, you know? And at the moment, the US is so bloody expensive that you have to be keeping all of that in mind, or at least I'd have to be keeping that in mind. So anyway, we went to this place and this is inside the Hawaiian Hilton village. Okay, so the estate. It backs onto the public beach. And the place is called the How Tree Bar. And we ordered a frozen smoothie, which was $12. This is US dollars, keep in mind. 2 daiquiris, strawberry daiquiris. They were $19 each, so that's $38. I'll try and put the prices on the screen in Australian dollars for you. A pina colada, that was for Mum, $19, and a juice for Kiki was $7. So the total came to $76. And it didn't include. Yeah, it was $76, and then there was a tax of like $4.30, and then they automatically included a 20% tip, which was $15.20. So the total came to $95.50. $95 Now let me tell you a bit more of the story. So we're there. Kiana is swimming with my mum. Kiana got these new goggles that have like, I don't know, alligators or dragons or something attached to them, and she wanted to wear them. So I stand up to go and get the goggles, and I've had like 2 sips out of my cocktail. Boom, I knocked the cocktail on the freaking floor, and I'm like, oh my God, that was $19 like gone in a flash. Anyway, the lady was awesome. So she came over and she was like, I just said to her, oh, sorry, I knocked it over. She said, no worries, I'll go get you a new one, you know, and she did. And I didn't have to pay for the new one or anything. So when it came time to pay the bill, she gave us the paper and said, like, the check, and said, the gratuity is already included. So was really nice, because at a lot of places they don't tell you, and then you end up paying twice, like, because you don't know. And then I was like, they always give you this bit at the bottom that says like the tip and the total, right? And you're supposed to fill in how much tip you want to give and the total. And I just don't get it. Sorry, Americans. I just don't get it, because if the tip is included, why put tip again? You know, like that's how suckers like me pay twice. Anyway, I thought, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to put like I'd already paid the 20%. So I wasn't being a cheapskate on this one. But then I also put like another $4.50 to make it up to $100 even, because I was thankful that she gave me another cocktail, and I actually got to drink it. So, and she thanked me for it. She was like, oh, thank you so much for the extra. And I don't know whether she was, you know, that was just expected or whatever, but she seemed very grateful, like, for it, and that she wasn't expecting it. So I felt good about it. And the whole thing, like, as I said, at the beginning, I was nervous because I didn't know if we were allowed to be in there and having a drink and what have you. But I tell you what, we paid the $100, so we bloody deserved to enjoy our time there. Yeah. So anyway, that's why they don't turn you away, because, you know, you're putting money into their businesses, I guess. But anyway, $100. This is how much 3 cocktails and 2 drinks cost us 2 hours maximum at the venue, maybe an hour and a half. But yeah, so in answer to the question, we stayed at the Aqua Palms and it was good. They had construction there while we were there, so we were not aware of that when we arrived. So on the day we arrived, we got there early. You're not supposed to be able to check in, I think, until 3 p.m. We got there at like 11 a.m. They let us go to the room straight away and I wanted to have a shower and there was no water. And I was like, where have we come to? And then afterwards I was like, oh shit, they let us in like 4 hours early and I'm complaining. And they'd turned the water off for the day because of this construction they were doing. There were also signs up everywhere that was like, the swimming pool is out of action until 5 p.m. There were 3 lifts, but only 2 of them were working because of this construction stuff. Like, we didn't know about that when we arrived. So I guess in some ways that kind of made me go like, oh. But the reality is that the people who worked there were really, really nice. There was no problem. You know, we were safe. It felt very safe. It was in the vicinity where we wanted to be. It was a price that we could afford. The room itself really didn't feel that different from the room we had at the Hawaiian Hilton just a year before. Obviously, we were walking more because we weren't in the actual Hawaiian Hilton complex. So we would walk across the road and have breakfast over there or have breakfast at a place on the corner. There was an IHOP connected to the building that we were in, but my mum, dad and auntie went there and said it was terrible, so we didn't bother going. If you've got any other questions, feel free to ask. Okay, bye. It was a wonderful trip and one that we won't forget in a hurry.